Hey guys, Christian here, and this is a this is a Christmas present to my fans. This is my 2017 Royal Rumble predictions. Now, this isn't like the prediction of the pay-per-view itself cuz that won't be till later, probably until that weekend around the time that like all the matches are predicted. But as of right now, I'm gonna predict the actual match, like who I think will win the Royal Rumble match. And I have three potential options. Three potential options. The one that I most think will happen will be last, or like one that I would want to win would be last, and one who I think will win will be the main one. So my first prediction will be I would think Chris Jericho, first of all, as my first number one pick. Because Chris Jericho is one amazing superstar. He can do anything in WWE. He is probably the one of the best superstars on WWE, especially on Raw, because the only thing that's to be honest, the only thing about Chris Jericho that is really the only thing about Raw that is really watchable is just Chris Jericho. He and Kevin Owens are the best thing about Raw, along with Cesaro and Sheamus. And it just sucks because Raw has so many good talents, so many good superstars, and it just frustrates me that he's not in. He hasn't won a Royal Rumble match. He created the damn Money in the Bank ladder match. It has its own pay per view, and that allowed, like, if it wasn't for Chris Jericho, we wouldn't have a pay per view that has held many great matches, such as John Cena versus CM Punk, John Cena versus AJ Styles, many great Money in the Bank ladder matches, and like it just frustrates me that this is what this is what like this is how they treat Chris Jericho. I think he definitely deserved to win in 2012. He definitely deserves to win now. I feel like he absolutely deserves to be world champion. He absolutely deserves to have one last title before he leaves the company. And I feel like him versus Kevin Owens should be the match for Mania 33. There's rumors that'll be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, which is a match that I really don't want to see. I don't hate Roman Reigns. I don't hate Braun Strowman. I just don't think that's a right match for a WrestleMania main event. I know a lot of you would probably agree with me too. Um, the next match I would pick would be, or the next winner I would pick, one that a lot of you probably don't want me to say, but I have to say John Cena because despite John already being a 15-time world champion, I feel like the way how he should win his 16th world title should be him how he's gonna come back next Tuesday. As of recording this, I'm recording this on December 22nd. Is when this video is being recorded. So within almost a week, like in a couple days, on I think it's like the day after Kwanzaa, which is on Monday. John Cena will be returning on SmackDown, and this is a major match that I'm really like. John Cena coming back is something I'm really looking forward to because he's probably going to announce he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match, and I feel like he should win. He should go against AJ Styles, and John Cena should defeat AJ Styles, turning heel and becoming a 16-time world champion. That's what I think they should do with Cena, to be honest. Because if John Cena has to become a 16th time world champion, I feel like this is the time for him to become that. Not only would he be tying with Ric Flair, he'll also be tying with Stone Cold Steve Austin for 3 Royal Rumble victories. So with that, they'll cement John Cena as a bigger legend down the line when he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. The next And the next and final winner I would pick. This is one that I would love to see, and the way that I would book it would kind of make sense. Would be Dean Ambrose. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, really, Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles? That's not what I'm saying. Because don't you remember? No matter what brand you're on, if you want to go for a world title on the other brand, you're allowed to do that. You just have to sign a contract to go over to that brand, whether you win or lose. I feel like, yeah, you have to go over to that brand if you win or lose. But I would say, um, how I would book it is at the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns defeats Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose wins the Royal Rumble and then goes after Roman Reigns for that championship. Then, after he goes over to, after he wins the Royal Rumble, they tease like Renee Young, like and Dean Ambrose, like maybe a wedge being drawn between them because they started that sort of thing on Raw with or SmackDown with The Miz saying to Renee like, after all, you're the one sleeping with Dean Ambrose. So I feel like they might cause uh, Renee to go over to Raw with Dean Ambrose. I think they might do that because I don't know if they would want to split three, like another couple, like they haven't done that already. Excuse me. And overall, I just think that Dean absolutely deserves this win. And considering, and the way that I would book it is Dean Ambrose comes back to, um, he comes back to Raw, and during that time, Seth Rollins tries to get back into the world title picture. I would say he tries to get back into the world title picture to get between him, like him and Dean, and like because Seth can be like, if my two Shield members, if my two former Shield members are gonna be like main eventing Mania, I want to main event it with them. So he could try to wedge himself into the world title picture because he's still a friend with like an enemy with Stephanie McMahon. Maybe they can have like a elimination chamber match because I did hear that they're probably gonna leave the brand exclusive pay per views and have both brands on both pay per views on all the pay per views maybe. But I feel like if Raw should get the elimination chamber pay per view for now, so that way Raw can go over like maybe when Dino like they can have Seth Rollins in an elimination chamber match, so that way he can win the number one contendership to go into the world title match. Yeah, and then we could have Dean go over and or maybe like they could have Dean go over with like Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho coming down to the ring and attacking like all of them, and like Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose can triple powerbomb uh, Owens and Jericho, something like that. Do something like that. I don't know. They try to do something with that. I feel like they should absolutely give this win to Dean Ambrose. Because everyone just wants to see it Shield at this point. All of them are baby faces. It's perfect timing for the three of them to join together as a tag team and for them to, work together to become like a tag team. Maybe they can get in the feud with the New Day, maybe Cesaro and Sheamus. With Dean Ambrose having the title or one of them having the title, uh, the other two can battle for the WWE tag team titles or the Raw tag team titles. That's something that they can definitely do. Something that I would not mind them doing. And I feel like it's the perfect thing for all of them to do. And I feel like it's perfectly worth it. It's definitely worth it. Then once it gets to then For SmackDown, they can have some number one contendership matches, maybe a tournament leading up to Fastlane for SmackDown, and they can, have a number one contender. I don't know. But in that case, I would, if Samoa Joe debuts on the main roster during the Royal Rumble, he should definitely go to Raw. That way they can have that feud between him and Brock Lesnar. Well, maybe not Brock Lesnar, but maybe after that they can have a Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar feud. Maybe for SummerSlam. Who knows? I feel like Samoa Joe should debut at the Royal Rumble. And then after Mania, I absolutely think that I absolutely believe that Shinsuke Nakamura, if Dean Ambrose wins the Royal Rumble and goes to Raw, Shinsuke Nakamura should go to SmackDown. Without any without any freaking doubt, Shinsuke Nakamura should go to SmackDown. Samoa Joe go to Raw. Without anything. Even if Dean Ambrose isn't the one to win the Royal Rumble. Like, I just think those two should go into separate brands, not the same brand. Because their feud is just good where, like, I feel like their feud could be like a SummerSlam match, maybe later on in the year. But, like, I don't know. That's how, and we just have to wait and see. So, to recap, the 3 picks I would want to win the Royal Rumble: Jericho, Cena, or Ambrose. Either one of those 3 should win the Royal Rumble match. It makes sense if either of them win. And that's basically it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm an idiot for picking Jericho, Cena, and Ambrose? Or do some of you guys agree with me? Be sure to leave a comment down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at CJStyles518. I'm Christian Jacino. I'll see you guys next time.